Alright, so next we got Badge Plug dropped 22 minutes ago, just with a angry emoji. Auto green Zens are back. Oh yeah, I seen this. But one thing people are once again with the 2K community, bro. Everyone's overreacting. Like I don't know me personally because I don't use the Zen, but I'm pretty sure um it's still really inconsistent because there's a lot of different shot timing. So I don't know how it works, but I'm pretty sure it's still like not as good. You feel me? But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe there's some in this video that's different. I don't know. That like shows that it's OP or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, let's get it.
Might be in a lot of trouble with auto green Zens back in the game, plus a lot of changes and much more. So whatever you got to do, make sure that like button's blue, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's get right into the news, man. I'm telling you, this is a video you want to watch all the way till the end. We got a lot to talk about. So Random Wizard hit Veteran 2 already, okay? Veteran 2.
They about to hit top 10 probably in like before the end of October, 100%.
One level away from hitting Veteran 3, which will probably put him in the top 10, and that means he's going to be the first legend in the game, okay? So I made sure to remind him on Twitter that he could sell the smell of his room to a country stocking up on chemical warfare, but he also got Rebirth 2.0. If you guys haven't seen it, you're able to go all the way to 99 overall as soon as you make a new build, and that's 374,000 VC. So we finally know for sure that builds are cheaper on 2K24. 374,000, I believe.
It's still not cheap though. It's cheaper, but it's not cheap. Still a lot of fucking VC.
Something like that. So that's a good sign. But we have a lot of things that are bad signs that we need to talk about. So Limitless Range was tested with Bronze versus Hall of Fame, and check this out. He's going to take a shot, and yeah, literally zero difference in Limitless Range. This is what I've been trying to tell some people, that Limitless Range actually basically doesn't work on 2K24. Now, we all know when the game first came out, you were able to, with Bronze Limitless Range and like an 85 three-pointer, shoot from the other three-point line. Of course, that's something that we can mostly, all of us, agree on that probably shouldn't be in the game, right? So that needed nerfed. But it did not need nerfed into the ground to where a hash shooter in the rec or pro-am or something is not able to shoot from the hash with a 94 three-pointer, whatever it is, to get gold limitless range, you know what I'm saying? Or it's very inconsistent. So there was a video about Zens being back on 2K24.
There's a lot of shit that like honestly, I haven't even played 2K. Like I just don't feel like playing 2K. I like the game overall, like I've been saying, like it's good gameplay and shit like that, but there's a lot of bugs, there's a lot of latency, shit like that. Overall though, at its base, the game is pretty good. I just don't feel like playing the game because there's so much bullshit, like bugs and like latency and shit.
Recently, and if you guys don't know what Zens is, it first started really in 2K21, where 2K added the shot aiming into the game, and there's basically this controller thing that you can buy to put on your controller, and it would hold the right stick down perfectly for you and aim it correctly so that every shot went in. Obviously, that is a huge issue, and then later on 2K patched it, but then there's another type of Zen that came out where basically you hit the button and it times it perfectly to your jump shot. So if your jump shot's 550 milliseconds, well, you can set it to where every time you tap X or square to shoot, it's going to time it for 550 milliseconds. So that is why 2K added all these multiple shot timings into the game to combat that. But now people are saying Zens are back in another way. So let's play this video and I'll be right back.
Zens are back in NBA 2K24. Today we are very excited to announce the 2 new scripts that we added to our shop. If you guys are interested in these 2K scripts, you're more than welcome to join up on our Discord or check out our official site.
Now look, I have no idea why this man thinks he's in Anonymous or something because he has a Zen script or whatever. But as you all see from that video, it looks like at least decently realistic proof that Zens are back in the game, but you have to have the meter on, which is something that I've been hearing all throughout the year since this topic started. Now, there was a Pro-Am player. As you guys know, they are the best 2K players in the world.
And also, if you look at all the games, like all the gameplay he showed, it's all like...
Shop. If you guys are interested in these 2K scripts, you're more than welcome to join up on our Discord or check out our official site.
Look, it's all like the same type of shot, like stand still, catch and shoot. I'm telling you now, if you try fading with it, it's not going to happen. If you try like off the dribble, just pull up, it's not gonna work. Like it's only gonna be for that specific type of shot you get. That's why shot timing, like that's what I was saying at the start. Like it's still not as OP as like 21 next.
Idea why this man thinks he's in Anonymous or something because he has a Zen script or whatever. But as you all see from that video, it looks like at least decently realistic proof that Zens are back in the game, but you have to have the meter on, which is something that I've been hearing all throughout the year since this topic started. Now, there was a Pro-Am player. As you guys know, they are the best 2K players in the world in the 5v5. They're trying to make the 2K League, things like that, who was so far in front of everybody else. He goes by the name of Dynasty, and it's crazy because he was actually on my Pro-Am team last year, but he wasn't nearly what he was last year versus this year. Now he's actually the best guard in the game in a lot of people's opinions. So he was hitting some crazy shots, and everyone started saying he's got a Zen, he's got a Zen, and this actually forced so much drama that he went live on his Twitch showing someone on FaceTime his controller while he was playing the game, and as you see from just Chalk's stream, had 3,900 viewers. Okay, so he was trying to prove his legitimacy that he is not using a Zen on 2K24. Now,
I also seen people saying Ticino using Zen, like he ain't been doing that shit since 2K20. Like since 2K20, he been hitting those crazy ass fades from half court and shit. Like that's just Ticino. That's how a lot of like most people, like these really high guards, like these really like good guards, aren't using Zens. They're just really good, and people that are trash just can't accept that. There definitely are a few though that use Zens.
Dynasty does not use a meter, so that's something we're gonna get into in a minute. But there was over 10,000 viewers from what I counted watching to see if Dynasty has a Zen. So Splash, a former 2K League player and also a $250,000 My Team winner who was really one of the main people calling him out for cheating, went to Twitter after the stream and he said, "That dude is cheating. That's my final verdict. He is cool though." So basically, in the 2 games that he played to try and show us that he's not cheating, where he was showing on FaceTime that he was, you know, using his controller and everything, he wasn't apparently to the Pro-Am players playing like how he had been before. He was still.
That's just some bullshit ass excuse that people like. When you can't accept you're wrong, like me personally, I don't even know who the fuck that is. I'm not that deep into the 2K community, but just like from what I'm seeing, like if he really was using a Zen, he'd be doing some other extra bullshit to try to hide it. He wouldn't just go on FaceTime where it could accidentally even leak. You wouldn't even risk that. You feel me? And like, bro, that's just some bullshit. Like that's in general. People just be saying that shit. Like when you can't accept you're wrong, you're just gonna start throwing out random ass shit. Like, oh, it's just like he's not playing as good. Like that's luck. Like sometimes if he went live like another day, maybe he would play even worse or he would play really good. Like it just depends.
Good, but he was not playing.
Plus, he probably got a lot of fucking pressure on him. He got 10K people thinking he's cheating, watching him live.
So far better than everyone else is what they're saying. You know, I'm just playing with both sides and telling you guys. So Dynasty tweeted out and he said, "I do exactly what he wants me to do. The entire history of my PC was gone through to check for anything regarding any form of cheating twice. They watched me play for 2 hours and saw no indication of any cheating, but because I played like that good point guard, managed the ball, everything like that, they say that he is still cheating." Okay, so I want you all to keep in mind that Zens might be back in the game, which we're going to fully talk about in a second, but they apparently 2K, as you see right there at the bottom, removal request issued by Take-Two Interactive, is actually copywriting people for posting videos on Twitter or on YouTube showing that they, you know, Zens work or something like that. They're showing off the Zen or making a content video or whatever. They are taking it down. So W2K for trying your best to stop this from spreading. But someone messaged me on Twitter and he said, "Yo, Badge," basically he's like, "I got all the news you could possibly want regarding Zens. I can give you all the information." So I was asking him questions and this is what he said. Okay, this is all his answers right here. 2K gives out too many different jump shot timings to be effective. You can't use a Zen out of snatch back, catch and shoot.
That's what I'm saying.
Fade, or anything that's not a wide open shot. And you
That's
need
exactly
a
what I'm
jumper with
saying.
at least B+ timing consistency and 90+ 3-ball minimum to get them to work properly. And even at that, it only works for an off dribble 3-pointer, standstill jump shot, and a right side fade. And it definitely can be possible regarding the non-shot meter, because I asked him, is there one with no meter? And he said, but not as consistent. It can read a visual frame from your Elgato that is set to your release point to release the ball based on how your player model looks. So essentially, yes, they could do that for the Titan, which is another Zen, but it won't be nearly as consistent as the jump shot meter Titan 2 script. So basically, there is a Zen that everybody was buying, all the dweebs. Okay, look, if you bought a Zen in 2K21, you might not be a dweeb, but you did some geek activity. I'm not gonna lie, that's lame, bro. Look, those apparently are extremely inconsistent and basically don't work. So when I say Zens are back in the game, it's not the Cronus Zen that you can go to GameStop and buy that people were getting in 2K21. It's a much more advanced software that is actually reading the screen. So it's funny because I made a tweet about it on Twitter and some dude was like, you guys complained about multiple shot timings and now 2K fixed it and look, Zens are back. Like, no, they were in the game last year. The software was in the game. It just wasn't as big, and it's still really not as big, which we'll talk about in a minute, but it has nothing to do
The only
with
reason,
the shot
bro,
timing.
the only reason people are talking about it now is because it's harder to shoot on this game. So all the good people that can shoot is getting called cheaters. Like, that's really
Which, by
it.
the way, we still have 1,000 different shot timings. It's just toned down a little bit. So once again, that has nothing to do with that. Now you see, I said, so basically Zens work, but not really consistent unless you have meter on, which is a dead giveaway. He said, yes, basically I have my hands on the most consistent green script in the game for the Zen that requires no shot meter. I'm telling you right now, I don't play with it, but if you ever wanted footage for an example in a video, I can gladly provide you with the footage to show how to spot one and etc. So basically, guys, from the information I have, if you're watching a YouTuber and things like that, and look, I heard that Aiden Ross was doing a stream where he was wagering someone and he was using the arrow meter, which is what all the people are telling me is the dead giveaway of someone using a Zen, but I don't know for sure because I did not watch that stream. I haven't seen it. I'm just saying, if you see a content creator and they're using a meter and it's filling up every single time perfectly, no matter what shot they do, chances are they're probably using a Zen. But this is the issue. We can't see if people are using meters this year unless you're watching, like you see my gameplay right here. This is recorded from my actual screen. I don't have anything on. I don't have a meter on. There's nothing like that that you can see. I'm showing my actual recorded screen. But you can't see your opponent's meter. You can't see your teammate's meter. You can't see that. So how are we even supposed to know if someone is doing that? Now check this out. This is what he said. If it's not off the dribble or a right-sided fade, they are borderline unusable because your catch and shoot timing speeds up your shot too much for it to work effectively, and contest also speeds up your timing, as we know. But if they got a off the dribble three-pointer that's wide open or a fade that's at least quote unquote open, it will still work. I mean, it works from a standstill jump shot as well, but it's not likely at all that you get open long enough while playing in any online game to get a standstill jump shot. So basically what I'm getting is that Zens do work. Some form of the Zens do work, like the ones that read your screen and all that. And the Cronus Zens kind of still work, but it's only for like standing still shots. And as soon as someone contests you, then you have a different contest. And it's like, what I'm getting is that if you're good at the game or even decent, it doesn't make sense to have a Zen. You can actually shoot better due to the fact that there's all these different timings that you manually have to time, okay? Unless you have this crazy Zen that I don't know about. So the last thing he said was right here, and this is crazy. He said if 2K never brings back shot vibration and never removes the different shot timings into 2K, there will never be an effective script that doesn't require the shot meter and a Titan. So there's this new Zen called the Titan, and you have to, first of all, you got to buy this. Apparently you have to buy a subscription or something. You have to be in their like private Discord that only a few thousand people are in or something like that. Then you have to buy the membership, and you have to have an Elgato. Then you have to have a computer that can, you know, is good enough to read the screen, you know, good enough. So basically you have to have at least a decent computer that doesn't chop and all that. Bro, if you're going through all of that just to time a shot, that's sad.
Just get
I'm
good.
not even gonna lie to y'all, bro. We seen a screenshot of how many people have downloaded that, and I believe it was at like 3,000 or 4,000. So just to make sure you guys know, at this moment, from all the information I have, I've talked to many people. I mean, that like 3, 4, 5 people, only a few thousand have this software, okay? So when you're running into someone and they're hitting these crazy shots, chances are they don't have a Zen, guys, okay? Chances are they do not have one. That is the final verdict for right now, but it is out there and it's growing and it's getting worse. The software these guys are building and building and trying to make better and better. So eventually it's going to just read the form of your player and be like, all right, that's when it should be released, which is insane. But that's why in my last video where I shot with a 53 point rating, I told y'all 3,000 likes. Next one, I'll do a 45 3-point rating, 43 point rating. I will show you actual hand cam, okay? I'm gonna start doing a few of those maybe just to prove my legitimacy, although a lot of people, of course, aren't like, oh my God, you're using a Zen. I just wanna make sure no one thinks that I'm doing that because, bro, that is so lame. Just get good at the game. It's not hard to time a jump shot, okay?
It's really
Unless
not.
you have bad internet, of course. But anyway, 2K2, it said the secret stat can do wonders on 2K24. Hands, 99 versus 25. You see, if you have a 99 hands off the catch and shoot, you're going to get your shot off faster. You're going to catch the ball and go into your shot faster. It doesn't make your shot faster, but you catch and shoot the shot faster. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to be able to grab it and then start your shot faster than someone with 25 hands. Now, this shot right here says higher hand rating, and you see lower hand rating. Basically, it shows you that you're not going to have the same shot speed. Now, hands goes up from ball handle, and my friends actually right now, they're lockdowns and poppers and stuff, they've been starting to put ball handle on their build because they think that having ball handle, which is the hand stat, it moves up hands, helps you catch and shoot the ball better. So interesting, but that has not been tested yet. The next one is there was a small percentage of the 2K community that was gatekeeping, or maybe they weren't gatekeeping, a stat called offensive consistency, which has been in 2K for a while. And it started to get big, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to get out there. If you're deep in the community, people were starting to talk about it. Oh, does offensive consistency actually make you shoot better? Blah, blah, blah. Well, 2K Labs went out there and tested it, and there's no difference when putting up offensive consistency. So basically, the way to get 99 is to have 601 stats in your blue and your green. When you add them all up together, if you have 601 or over, you will have a 99 offensive consistency. But from 2K Labs' first test on it, it does not do anything. Now, they also did one on a 65 3-point make percentage, and you see, even at the very top 595 with a 65, you're only able to green around 70% of the shots. It's, of course, you know, after they probably did like 1,000 shots, something like that. So in my video where I shot with a, what was it, 53 pointer, I was like 3 for 5. Then one was like 3 for 4. So even though Mike Wang himself says there's no way that you are able to miss a shot if you time it perfectly, it's definitely there. Now,
No, it definitely is. There's been a few times where I hit that shit right on the top of the meter and it doesn't go in.
33-point rating.
Like I've looked at it, I'm like, it's perfect, and it doesn't go in. And I've tested it in the gate area with a meter, and in multiple times, it's like a full white meter. There's no green in it.
From what
That's
Mike
definitely a
Wang
problem.
said, there is a pure green window. So there should be 1 millisecond in there that's able to, if you somehow got it in there each and every time, green the shot, but it's not true. Now, of course, I'm not saying you should be able to green every shot with a 33-pointer, okay? But I'm just saying, like, if you have a 93-pointer, you still can't make 100% of your shots. And Mike Wang said there was a pure green window, but then he also talked about there being something in there for basically anti-cheat software, which is another way that we know that Zens don't really work. Like, maybe they work a little bit, but I would tell you guys it's probably a scam. You know what I'm saying? If you're going through all that to make a shot, you probably just need to get better at the game. Now, someone on Twitter asked Mike Wang, and he said no shooting changes were made. No shooting changes have been made since the game came out, besides, of course, you know, limitless range and things like that. Now, Season 2 is coming soon in about 2 weeks, and I'm excited to see this right here, because it says coming soon on the side.
Ooh.
So are we getting new theater locations in Season 2 like I asked about in 2K20?
Oh, that's fire. If that's true, that's hard. That's so hard. And then they switch. It depends. Even if they don't, but if they do switch locations every theater, so every week there's 4 new locations, that would be so tough.
23. Also with the rec, I asked that we should have different sceneries and things like that would really liven up and freshen up the game, not just new jerseys and stuff like that. So 2K so far has listened, but who knows? You know, that could be clickbait. we'll see when season 2 comes out if there's actually new sceneries. Now, Chris Manning said, just wanted to chime in. I'm told that it's based off win percentage, the Elite versus Rise. We'll have more details on this in the upcoming episode of 2K TV this Friday, and producers/devs are monitoring the competition closely and looking at feedback. So Double H was basically saying that he's top 50 in the world, and he's already still, even though he's top 50, leaning towards resetting his level to go to Elite because the reward, the 2-way tenacity, is so much better. You only have to get 1 steal, 1 block, and boom, you have that. And also, they're going to win every single event from what we're seeing because there's more people in Elite. But then that's why LD2K responded and said, no, it's actually not about players. It's about the just win percentage. Okay, so this next one is from Zach Timmerman, who said, did any badges go up for you in this game? This looks awful similar to a bug I saw earlier, which someone got an A teammate grade 33 rebounds and their rebound chaser went down. He said, I messed up a calculation in my last update, it negatively affecting rec and pro and progression for a few badges, but actually positively affecting others. I'll get a hotfix in early this week. Apologies. So if you guys had that issue a few days ago, it is probably already fixed. Now, Uncle Demi, man, he confused me. He said on Twitter a couple of things I want to put out there. So
Vert will help you on rebounding. Also, wait, what?
yes, vertical will help you on rebounding, although recently he said it doesn't. Also, the ability to move laterally on defense does come from lateral quickness. However, there's an animation and issue I'm hearing 2K is fixing that can make it seem as though lateral quickness doesn't matter. Speed is not tied to your ability to move laterally. So right now, there is a glitch in the game where perimeter defense is not doing what perimeter defense should be doing, where it should be tied to lateral quickness. Now, Video Game Take said, so to break this down as of right now, lateral quickness, which is in perimeter defense, was pointless. Speed is what is being currently used to move laterally, which 2K2's confirmed in a video. Seems like they will be changing it back soon. Also, we always knew very helped, okay? 2K, like, come on, bro.
This is the one problem I got right now with 2K. Is there's so much shit just happening. So many bugs, so many glitches, so much shit going wrong. And then added on top of that is the latency. It just makes me not want to play the game. That's the reason I haven't played.
And it's crazy because we point some things like this out, and you'll still see in the comments someone being like, you guys are just complaining about the game. Like, oh, I'm sorry that perimeter defense, which is supposed to be tied to lateral quickness, is not actually right now working for lateral quickness. Like, oh, I'm such a bad person for pointing that out and wanting that to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Just like this acceleration talk recently. So DevCon went to Twitter and he said, I played 3 games so far and averaged a double-double on a 6'6", confirming myself that vertical helps with rebounding more than you think. And Zach Timmerman, who works for 2K, said, big facts. So just recently, Uncle Demi said that vertical did not matter for rebounding. And in my opinion, like I told you guys in that video from the test I've done, from the multiple builds I've made in this game in 2K23, and vertical 100% matters, okay? For rebounding, for getting more blocks, things like that. But once again, I do want to say we don't know this year if it matters by threshold. So of course, what I mean by that is, say you go up to I think it's 77 block for bronze anchor and you get bronze chase down. You don't want to, at the moment, from my hypothesis, go up any further unless you're gonna go up to silver anchor or silver chase down. You know what I'm saying? So basically you want to use your stats to go up to thresholds. Now, I don't know if that's true for every single stat, but that's what we're definitely seeing so far for acceleration. And you know, that's a video to come in the future because I did a full test on acceleration with, you know,
I mean, that's how I've always made my builds. Is I'm always trying to hit badge thresholds. Like if I can go from like if I could drop like something a little bit without losing any badges or stuff like that, and I could get an extra badge in a different category, I'll do that. Like that's like the min-max and shit. That's always how the builders have kind of been since like 20, where like you kind of like you try to hit every possible threshold you can.
77 versus 83. It's coming soon, okay, guys? I'll try to get it out to you in like the next week or so. But click this video right here to see me versus.
That was the video. W bash plug. You feel me? Zens. Bro, the community, like, they be pissing me off so much because they just overreact over everything. Like, the last 2K video I did reacting to badges video, it's the same shit. Like, Zens are not back. Well, they're back, but they're not what you would think when you think of a Zen. You feel me? So yeah, that's it for this video. W badge plug, you feel me? W video. I'm probably gonna try posting more 2K, but I just honestly don't feel like playing right now. But yeah, this is a W video.